12 crazy expensive things Eminem owns. As a famous celebrity rapper, Eminem has racked in a lot of money over his time in the rap scene. But what does he spend his countless amount of cash on? Well, today we're going to be taking a look at some of the insanely expensive items Eminem owns. Also, leave a like and subscribe to King Trending to always be updated on what's going on in the rap world. With that being said, let's get right into the video. Number 12. Michigan Mansion. Eminem, like many other rappers, has his own house. But unlike the houses you might have grown up in or even currently live in, Eminem has a giant mansion in Rochester, Michigan. He lives in one of the most wealthiest neighborhoods in all of the United States, and definitely spent a lot of money on this house. Built in 1986, the 5-bedroom home boasts 17,500 square feet of living space across 22 rooms. The interior features wood paneling and a 2-story, 1,500 square foot entertainment room. The compound has 8.5 bathrooms, a 3-car garage, and the highlights of the sprawling grounds include a pool and a spa area, guardhouse, groomed pond, and a tennis court. This house is something that not many people are able to afford, coming in at around $10 million. Em spent a pretty hefty fortune on this mansion. Either way, let's continue on as we look at some more crazy expensive items owned by Eminem. Number 11. Audi R8 Spyder. What sports car collection wouldn't be complete without at least one mention of a car produced by Audi? Because it's Eminem, of course, the model he's going for is the Audi R8 Spyder, possibly one of the most revered sports cars ever. Fun fact, Audi is a company Eminem has a strange history with. In 2011, the rapper actually sued Audi because they used Lose Yourself without his permission and boldly stealing from Ford's already successful commercial. For someone who loves to drive fast, the Spyder is a must-have car. It ranks along the same lines as Eminem and other sports cars. Audi's approach to the car is fascinating. They were inspired by race cars for interior design, and they've tried to make it as close to a race car as possible while also having far more luxury than the average race car would. For example, the interior of the Audi R8 has some great options for the seats. One model you can get has the red leather seats that look gorgeous. These vehicles at retail are over $400,000. With the amount of work and detail that has gone into making it, it's a fair price. Even the steering wheel on the R8 looks amazing. However, Eminem paid definitely a bit more for this vehicle. With all the additions and decked out interior, it's estimated that he spent about $600,000 on the car alone. Now that's something to go whoa about.
AKA Slim Shady, is actually a comic fan himself.
Number 10. Comic book collection. Hardcore Slim Shady fans know about the legendary rapper's love for comics. For starters, Eminem straight up became a character in The Punisher, however for one issue only. Then there was the variant cover of the Mighty Avengers number 3, which featured Marshall Mathers hanging out with Iron Man in front of his childhood home. If you want to see more direct evidence, Eminem has tons of nerdy comic book references right in his songs. Despite how hard Eminem wears his love of comics on his sleeve, he still hasn't been forthcoming about his comic book collection. The existence of Eminem's comic book collection was officially broken by Shady's Records executive Riggs Morales. In an interview with MTV, Morales described his encounter with the rapper's collection. I've gotten a small glimpse of Eminem's collection, and Eminem's collection is otherworldly. Morales told MTV, he has items that aren't even on display at the stores. Now, this is where the crazy part comes in. It's been estimated that Eminem has over $1 million worth of comic books in his collection as of now. That's something you don't see every day for sure. Leave a like for that. Number 9. Lamborghini Aventador. The Lamborghini Aventador is another great sports car that makes total sense when you look at Eminem's collection. The Aventador is a powerful vehicle that is built for racing and luxury, so it's no surprise that Eminem is a fan. The Lamborghini Aventador is also a car that seems to be a favorite with rappers. It appears in music videos from time to time, and top-billing performers like Drake and Kanye West have been seen in this costly sports car. It values in the ballpark around $400,000 with the potential options and modifications that could reach as high as $700,000. Of course, M went a bit over the top and customized his Aventador, and it might be worth as much as $700,000, but our ballpark estimate is that he spent around $500,000 on this vehicle. Number 8. Rolex. Just like many other rappers, Eminem has had his fair share of watches in the collection. While he may not have as many as some rappers we know this day, he is a big watch guy. Eminem owns one watch in particular that sticks out among the others. That is his Rolex watch. Rolex is a big name in the celebrity industry. They're known for having some of the most priciest time tellers of all time, made of pure gold and diamond encrusted. This isn't something that goes very cheap at all. So how much did M spend on this watch? Well, just over $300,000. Yes. Imagine how much money you would need to be able to spend that much on a watch. I mean, I guess it makes a fashion statement, but is it really worth all that cash? Me personally, I don't think so. Number 7. McLaren MP412C. What's a better way to announce your success to the world than with a McLaren? The entertainer has clearly established a love for cars, with a foot in the door of racing culture, and the McLaren is an absolute must for the wealthy car collector. McLaren also happens to be the common favorite brand of choice for other rappers. Tory Lanez, Swizz Beatz, and Tyler the Creator, to name a few, who have fallen in love with the manufacturer. The MP412C does not disappoint at all, as it features a 3.8-liter twin-turbocharged V8 engine. What is truly amazing about the McLaren is that they're consistently working on improving their vehicles. The MP412C continues to be developed even though it's quite already the success. It has earned top-ranking awards in various car publications such as Car of the Year and Best Supercar, as well as actually competing in motorsports, as if the MP412C needed anything else to win over a collector. The famous watch brand Tag Heuer produced an extremely exclusive wristwatch inspired specifically by this car. Only 1,000 watches were made, which is much less than the amount of MP412C cars produced. Altogether, Eminem spent around $400,000 on this car. Number 6. His chain. Eminem may not be the one to wear a ton of bling around town, but he definitely has his share. He can be seen often sporting a pure gold and silver triangle chain, which has speculations about whether or not he is representing the Illuminati. While that's another discussion, Eminem's chain holds a lot to his name, and it's important to know about it. However, for those wondering, it's estimated that the rapper spent nearly 100 grand on this triangle necklace. Now, that's a lot of cash, but I guess that's not a lot for someone like Eminem, considering he makes a grand fortune every single day. Either way, we had to include this one on the list because not only of the price, but how important it is to Eminem and his lifestyle. Number 5. A pair of Eminem Carter Air Jordan sneakers. There are limited edition sneakers, and then there are sneakers that are near impossible to even think about acquiring. These shoes are on a scale of impossible, but Eminem was able to snag a pair. Only 10 pairs were ever made in total, which makes them scarce to begin with, but there's also the fact that they didn't actually go on sale. So no lines to camp out on, no raffles to enter. Instead, the kicks were only available via eBay auction. There must have been some rich sneakerheads out there because the pairs went out for thousands of dollars, which probably should be expected for the great-looking black and gray Jordan 4 made in collaboration with a workout giant and self-proclaimed rap god. But since Eminem had his name on these sneakers, the price is insane, coming at around $50,000 a pair. These are some shoes you wouldn't ever think about buying. Sure, some of you might spend a lot on shoes, but 50 grand? No way, Jose. Number 4. Ferrari 575. Eminem seems to be quite a fan of the Italian engineering. The man actually has 3 cars by the manufacturer. The Ferrari 575 is another great offering from the company. It was only produced for a total of 4 years. That tidbit makes the car a little rarer, in fact, that there were only just over 2,000 units ever produced. And even rarer, only 177 of those were with manual transmission. This is not a car you'll get the chance to see every day. The 575 has the classic, sleek sports car look with the angular hood designed to maximize fast driving and aerodynamics. The Ferrari 575 also has a 5.7-liter, a 12-cylinder engine, making it a powerful machine. It can go from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in just over 4 seconds, which means it's a little slower than Eminem's Aston Martin. However, you can't really go wrong with a Ferrari, unless you're a professional racer, and the speed difference in the 2 sports cars may not even be that noticeable. This car goes for around $400,000, and it's so rare, which makes this one of the big ups on the list. Number 3. Jordan 4 Retro Eminem Encore. Eminem's Air Jordan 4 Encores is one of the rarest Air Jordan 4s today. Only 50 pairs were made for Slim Shady's friends and family to celebrate his Encore album. Dressed in a blue, black, and red color scheme, this Air Jordan 4 was completed with Eminem stitched on the tongues. These shoes are not only super rare, but they cost a hefty $45,000 to buy. Yes, one of these pairs of shoes for $45K, that's definitely not something you see every day. Of course, it is possible that M didn't pay anything for these sneakers considering that they're customized to his name, but the price is all that matters. Let us know in the comment section down below how much your most expensive shoes costed you. For me, it's less than $100. I mean, who spends more than that on a pair of sneakers? Number 2. The Ferrari 599 GTO. The Ferrari 599 GTO is not just a sports car, it's breathtakingly beautiful. When we think of high-performance vehicles intended for hitting the racetrack, they often have a sporty look that has too much going on with the design. The 599 GTO is a great example of a car that can go fast, but also looks good while doing so. Like the Audi R8, the mechanics of how the car runs is just one thing, but the interior is a whole new world of cool. It has leather seats that look amazing. They also have the potential to be customized however you see fit. fit. In addition, the Ferrari 599 GTO also happens to be surprisingly more spacious than you would expect from a car so sporty. There are ample spaces located to ensure the right comfort level while being able to fit all of its cool features, like a push-to-start button that is perfectly located on the steering wheel. This car was only produced for a couple years, but it's also an unforgettable vehicle from Ferrari. The 599 in the car's moniker literally means that only 599 were ever made, and only just over 100 made to North America. Well, Eminem was able to pick up one of these, and it's definitely something to show off. Number 1. Ferrari 430 Scuderia. This is the last Ferrari in Eminem's collection. It's another great car you can't go wrong with. Ferrari took pride in building another fantastic high-performance beast of a car that is heavily inspired by racing, specifically by working with German racer Michael Schumacher. On this website, Ferrari writes, Michael Schumacher spent a lot of time testing the 430 Scuderia when it was being developed, carefully applying the method that made him unique on the racetrack for many years. Although Ferrari is a brand that has been embraced with open arms by rappers, Eminem might be one of the few rappers to actually own a 430 Scuderia. Most rappers tend to go for cars the company has available, like the 575, another vehicle Eminem owns. Regardless, Ferrari is a reliable brand that consistently produces great work, and well, we can see that Eminem loves his Rari. Hey, just another reminder to enter the iPhone 10 giveaway we have going on. All you guys need to do is subscribe, turn on notifications, drop a like, and comment the hidden message in the video.